Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new game here on the channel that I'm going to give a little playsy play called Settlement Survival. Now this is an early access game on Steam by Gleamer Studio. And so this game is kind of based, it's based on my knowledge at least, is kind of like Banished, that sort of thing, kind of like a medieval colony city builder game, something along those lines. It's $15 on Steam, US dollars. Really interesting little game. This is kind of a blind playthrough, though not really. I have played for like 10 minutes yesterday after I purchased it, so there is that, but I'm going to go ahead and create a new game, and we're going to kind of get started with this. So, I don't know what to call the town. I'm just going to call it, I don't know, Ratburg for now. We'll call it Ratburg. If you guys have any better names, do please let me know, because those aren't exactly awesome. We're going to leave everything else the same, so resources, population, stuff like that. We'll do a random map seed. Here's the seed if you want it. One lake is okay, I guess. We could do the map size is we'll stick with medium for now. I guess everything's fine. We'll just go ahead and start the game. We're gonna get it loading here. My PC is not awesome, so there are times when it's a little bit framey. It shouldn't be that bad, but occasionally it might be a little bit framey. Let's start over here near the river, because there are fish over here, as you could see. So what we start with is a small little marketplace, a storage yard, and a builder's cabin. And we start with a population, I'm actually going to go ahead and pause this. We start with a population of 28 people. So one of the first things, obviously, we want to do are collect some resources. So we do start with some, but I'm going to go ahead and gather all this stuff and let them go ahead and start gathering up resources and whatnot. So while they do that, what we will do is go ahead and build them some housing. So you want to build your houses around the marketplace, because the marketplace has this little area here. And within that area is where you can build. So if you go outside that area or at least for homes, if you go outside that area for homes, as you can see, you can't build. It says it has to be built within the marketplace. So that is what we are going to do. I guess we'll kind of start with a small little neighborhood over here. I think would be fine. I want to do something like this, where we are going to have about a space or so between homes, I think. And these are 4, so it'll be 8, 16. So we're going to need a little bit more in terms of housing. Let's go ahead, and you can actually press, I think it's the key F. Yeah, and you can change the style of these houses. I really like this one for this little section of the neighborhood, at least. So we'll do that. We're going to need quite a few more of these. Let's go ahead and do there and there. And we will actually go ahead and build some dirt roads through here naturally. Kind of build it up this way as well. And then build this road all the way back to the marketplace. And that way they can carry resources up this way, okay? So we're going to go ahead and try and get that done so we can build their houses. I'm going to go ahead and put this on ×10 speed, and we will kind of watch this go. We're also going to turn off, well, I'll leave the UI on, but I'm going to just click that there. Something else we need to try to work on, going to be farming. So as they build this, we'll look at fields. So you can actually grow crops in these fields, and that's essentially what's going to keep us alive throughout winter. It is currently January, so we have a ways to go. Well, technically, I guess we're still in winter, but we have a ways to go before the new winter comes. Everyone is very cold, though, and they need a place to live. But we want to try to get some food going before that time. There is a fishing dock. As I mentioned, this river would be great for fishing, but the fishing dock requires planks. It's kind of hard to show you the resource here, but it requires wood, timber, like timber for wood, wood, timber from wood, some stone, and then 30 planks. And to get planks, you have to create a sawmill, which you have to unlock through the tech tree here, which we'll look at that in just a moment. We are building our first homes, though, which is pretty wonderful. I'm going to leave this on 10 times speed just so they can try and get these built. And that way some people will actually be able to live. Everyone's trying to go inside because it's extremely cold and they're trying not to freeze to death, which is wonderful. There actually is on the tech tree, you can actually unlock tents, which serve 3-person families, but I highly doubt anyone would want that. There's also a church that we can build. This would, I think, do... Where's the church? Church, where are you? Is it this one? Yeah, church. So this is like for happiness, it increases happiness. There's also a clinic in case someone gets hurt or sick or something like that, which is pretty interesting. There's other ones, so there's a repair shop if buildings are damaged. Town hall, so we could take in immigrants. I think the next thing we're going to try to work on is a town hall, so we could try to do that. I know we're barely housing the population we currently have, but we want to try and grow our population because as we grow it, we are going to get more and more people who can be laborers and builders and things like that. So it's kind of what we want to work towards. So I may try to work on that next as the big project or something else. I'm not really sure. We almost have these houses complete. We're actually getting the houses put in. And then the road, it would appear. All these people are scratching their heads for some reason. I don't know. What are you doing, Sydney? Let's slow down time. Sydney, whoa, look at that. Hello, Sydney. Oh, look, a child. A very small child who looks kind of like an adult, but just shrunk down. And some very large mushrooms. Look at those mushrooms. They're as tall as your waist, Sydney. All right, back to 10 times speed, though. Let's get this stuff built. Need some places to live around here so we don't all die, and we can sleep somewhere, I suppose. So we'll get that built. We'll get this one built. Come on, get the houses. And they're actually starting on the road now too, which is nice. That way we can be a little bit faster. I think the dirt road, yeah, it's a 25% movement speed. So it's a little bit faster than walking on the ground, about a quarter faster than walking just on normal dirt, I guess. Trying to think of, so we have a population. We should have enough housing for them, I think, right? Anybody going without housing? Everyone should be good. I'm not sure. I'm going to add this up. I'm terrible. So how many houses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 times 4. Yeah, so we have just enough to actually house this entire population. That's right at 28, so that's fine. We do want to go ahead and build one more, though, because if we're going to try and get more people in here, we're going to need somewhere for them to live. So let's try and get a good little hustle and bustle neighborhood going back here. Go ahead and build that. Then we'll build some more road up this way. Like that. And we have a cute little quaint neighborhood. They do need a church, so I might try and build the church. Kind of like the idea, you know, you would think of something like this, they'd probably be looking to religion, right? So you might want to build a church here, maybe? Here? Seems like it would probably be down here at the end of their doorstep. That's going to eat up a lot of resources, but that's fine. We will go ahead and build our very first church. And we'll also get this little house going down here. I keep forgetting the key bindings. So for the time up here, you would press F1 and F2 to make it faster and slower. And I'm used to like RimWorld, where it's 1, 2, 3, you know, that kind of thing. But when you use the key bindings for that here, it's the hotkey. You can see 1, 2, 3, like that. Kind of like in something like, I guess like Minecraft. I know it's in Minecraft like that. But we will go ahead and get our beautiful church going here. It's going to take a moment, I'd say. You'll also notice there are some wild animals back here in the background, so we can actually hunt those, and I might build a hunting whatever here shortly to try and hunt those. We are starting to run slightly low on food, so I think I will do a hunter's hut just because I want them to be able to hunt animals and murder animals to eat. Unfortunately. Fortunately for the animals. Should I build this? I'll probably build that with its back turned to the housing. That way they don't have to look at all the creatures getting slaughtered and whatnot. So we'll get a church and a hunter's hut going in old Ratburg. I'm telling you, if you guys have any better names, please hit me with it. Ratburg is what we're going with right now. City names change all the time, so if you guys have any other suggestions, please, for the love of God, tell me. Let's go ahead and gather some of these rocks. Now, these rocks, I believe, have iron ore in them, and iron ore is very useful for things like this. As you can see, we're using 80 of it that we currently have on the church. So we should, I think, yeah, we're getting some from these rocks over here, which is perfect. And we also need it here for the hunter's hut, which is what they're currently working on, which is great because we want food. So let's go ahead and take a look at the hunter's hut. It's going to take some time to get built, actually. Oh, look at that. I noticed they're building the stained glass before anything else on the church. I don't know if that's, I don't know how that would work. It is autumn. It says it's time for a harvest. Problem is we don't have any crops growing, but that's fine. We do have wild vegetables, potatoes. We started with some of those fish and stuff like that. That'll keep us alive through winter. We were pretty prepared for it, so, I mean, we should be fine. It might be fun to start a colony someday where we start with nothing and have to gather it, but as for this one, in good old Ratburg, we got plenty of food right now, so no need to worry. Hunter's hut is almost finished. Boom, there we go. So we're going to go ahead and keep Alexander. There's one hunter, his name is Alexander, and he will be hunting lots of critters for us. And the church shouldn't be far behind. Like I said, this really isn't for anything other than happiness. I don't know what our happiness is. It is at 3%, so plus 3%. So let's see what it goes up to with the church. That change? Still 3% for now. I have a feeling it'll change at some point. Still 3%. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it changes. Ooh, winter is here. Look at that. Hello, winter. There's also a day-night cycle in the game, I think. I mean, I'm not seeing that it changed tonight. It's in the settings, so like if we go to settings and go here, it's day and night. So if we change it to long night, there we go. Yeah, look at that. All right, so that's how you do. I guess you have to manually change it, maybe. Look at that. They've all got little torches. Oh, that's interesting. Hello. Oh my God, and they're all in a little group. Let's go ahead and get you guys moving here. Let's check out you, Everly, the laborer. Okay. How's it going, Everly? I notice you're out here in the dark with your little torch. Happy to see you. You click anything and it goes away, unfortunately. I was hoping to move around a little, but that's fine. That looks really good at night. Oh, the church has their little lights on. They got a little tiki torch looking thing here in the front. Not tiki torch, but a torch. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty cool. It looks really good at night. I like that. It's really pretty. Nobody's really doing anything, though. Shouldn't you guys go to bed or something? Let's go ahead and change that back, though. We'll change it back to day and night. I mean, which realistically, it normally is just day when that happens, but we'll see how it goes. It's not really changing. We'll see if it changes at some point back to day. If not, I'll do it manually, but we'll see. What else should we build, though? Let's actually, I'm just going to go ahead and change it. Crap on it, man. Crap on it. Let's go ahead and do long night. And what's the population looking like? 28 still. It takes them forever to have babies, I'll be honest with you. It takes a really long time. They are in poor health, which is a problem. So something we can do to combat that is, right here, soap. So soap actually increases health. And we can actually do a bathhouse. Bathhouse also increases health, but we'll do a soap workshop, and that kind of coincides perfectly with our hunting site, or our hunting shop, because the hunting shop also gets fat and whatnot, so animal fat, so that actually is what we would use for soap. So let's go ahead and make a dirt road right there. We'll get that built, and they'll be able to use the animal fat. It's November right now. Before too long, we should really start planning some farms. Where would be a good place for some farms? Honestly, a good place for some farms might be out here next to the church and whatnot. So realistically, we could probably go ahead and get those going just because we know we're going to need them later on. So we could do 15 by 6. I think that's fine. We'll do another 15 by 6 out here. There we go. And we'll build some roads going between those. So these will be our fields that we plant some crops on when the time comes, when spring comes around. So we'll kind of watch them build the road to that. They've already got the crops going here, or the fields done. So let's see what we have. Broccoli. Oh boy, yummy. I mean, I guess that's better than nothing. Some broccoli and some goose. They got some goose last year in the hunting site, so I suppose that's useful. I guess that'll do. We could also do an orchard. Can we do a small orchard right here? It says too small. That's a problem. I want a good size one. There is also a pasture. We could also do a pasture here, but with the pasture, I think we have to have animals tamed, and we definitely don't have any tamed right now, so I don't know how that would work per se. The soap place, we'll go ahead and choose an output for soap, and that should help us with our health. Our happiness is up to plus 13 because of the church, so that's nice. Everyone's praising their gods, I suppose, or God, I suppose, based on what I'm seeing up here. So lack of raw materials, that's fine. They're just not bringing in really any fat, but we built this late into the year, so it was built around, we have a new tech point. It was built around winter, so that's probably why. Where should we build a town hall? Maybe like right here? I feel like the town hall should probably be, you know, close to the citizens. So I want to build it where I can build a road, though, in between this house still. So that should be good. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll bring it up this way. Here we are. There we are. Looking good, looking good. So we'll bring that around our town hall. And after, oh, look at this. Now, somebody is injured. So one citizen is injured. It looks to be our priest. Hello, priest. Let's see. We'll go ahead and put down 1 speed. Ah, the cleric. Oh, okay. So Gustav, the cleric. All right. So you're injured. What we would need, I think it may heal over time on its own, but really what we would need to heal the injury is a doctor, right? Or a clinic, I think it's called. Where is the clinic? Services clinic right here. Yeah. So we can try and do that. We might put that out here near the town hall, but we'll want to try and get this done first, our town hall, which is going to take a moment. We don't want to overload our people with this kind of stuff. So as well, though, now that we're getting a town hall, I know I just said I don't want to overload my people with building orders. I do kind of need to give them some building orders, though, for new housing, because we need to be able to do that for new people. We could always bring this way, I guess, and do a road. Just trying to make sure it's not hideous. Bring a road like that, and then down this way, I think. Maybe bring it back around. Kind of loop it around this house, I think is pretty cool. So we'll get that going, because after the town hall's built, we're going to have a higher population. We just had our first baby not long ago, looks like, so we have another child. We have Susan the soap maker. That's interesting. Now Susan the soap maker is having issues, though, because we're still not getting a lot of fat from the animals, so I don't know. We do have a nice harvest of broccoli crops growing, though. That'll be ready for harvest by, I guess, August. Or autumn, I mean. Sometime in fall, or near fall. Let's see. So this is going to take a moment, but it should be done here shortly, as well as this house. That way we can get some immigrants into the city and have them join our population. Oh, and we have these little things like this that are kind of like a... I don't want to say a quest, but something like that. So, scorching summer. The heat is unbearable. Some citizens are resting by the riverside as they cool off. Bet there are also some people who propose to go for a swim in the river. The river looks calm, and many citizens are tempted to go for a swim. Do you want them to stop, or do you want to stop them? I'm going to say don't stop them to cool them off. I know that's stupid because the river's probably going to take them off. Let's see if that was a bad idea. Can't reopen. Oh, whoops. My bad. Did I not click that or something? Event log? What did I do? Oh yeah, I didn't. All right, don't stop them. Far more dangerous. Oh no! Oh God, I knew I shouldn't have done that. Oh, did we lose the kid? Oh no, we still have the kid, thank God. So we lost some adults though. Quite all right, we lost some adults. That was a dumb move. Now we definitely need some immigrants to move into the city. We have 0 who have applied to settle in the town, but that's okay. It'll come with some more time. Curious if the hunter is just hunting that. Let's give somebody else a position. Everly and Alexander will now go hunting. That should help us increase our fat production, because we're not really getting any. Turkey, feathers, and goose. Okay, so we're getting some turkey now, but still not a lot of fat. I bet these alpaca got a lot of fat on them. Let's go eat them. It won't be it won't be long either. We'll have a good harvest of broccoli. And less mouths to feed, so I guess that's okay, because they drowned in the river by my mistake. Our health is up to 19%. I kind of forgot what it was a moment ago. Our happiness is up to 14%, so it's slightly going up as well. What else would be good for happiness? We do have a school unlocked, and we have... Let's go ahead and do a clinic. A clinic is going to help us a lot with our health issues that we're currently having, I think. Let's go ahead and do it right there so we can bring that road back in here. We'll go ahead and bring the road so I don't forget about it. And there, yeah. So now we have a good little road for the clinic, and we'll also bring that around. We'll probably try and put some city services around Town Hall instead of houses. I might forget about that though and end up putting houses, to be honest with you. So there's that. We're looking pretty good though so far. We got a quaint little town. It's a nice quaint little place. Still getting getting some good turkey, feathers, and goose, and not really making any soap though. We got our farming going out this way. Maybe we should go ahead and try to do some pastures. I know I just complained about the pastures and how you have to have animals first. I didn't really complain, I guess, but let's go ahead and do this. We'll probably bring... I mean, we could do a pasture literally right next to this if we wanted to. The pasture will have to have some tamed animals, but maybe we'll be able to tame some of these turkeys or something. Who knows? So 5 by 7 or 15 by 7 is fine. We'll go ahead and build the pasture, and we'll try to get some animals. Now, if we can get some animals in here to raise, like some alpaca or something, I think we would get some fat from that, which would be super useful. Yeah, still no fat in here, unfortunately. We are getting more production with the food, though. We also harvested our broccoli, but our food resource up here still says we're in the red a little bit, so I'm not too sure on that and how we're going to be doing there. We don't have any fuel for anyone, that's a problem. Tools and clothing are starting to get a little low. We need to work on that. Medicine is low, but soap adds into that, so as we get more soap. Now something else, water. Beverages are very low. We need water. So there is a big well that we could do, which is really cool looking. Should we do it right here? Probably not the big one. That feels like a kind of town center kind of thing. Let's do the small well. I think that's a good idea. We could do a small well right here, and there's actually some decorations you can do. So I'm gonna pump this back up to 10. There's decorations you can do. We could actually do some beautiful stone fencing around this well, and I think that would look so cool. Like, we could have a little section in here. I think you can do plants. Yeah, look at that. You can do flower beds. Look how pretty that is. Oh, we have a trade ship coming by. We can't trade with them, I don't think, but look at that. That's an interesting little, that's a cool little ship. Hello, hello, hello. Yelling at them from the shore. But anyhow, with the whale, that's going to give us beverages such as water, because we don't have any clean drinking water, even though there's a river right there. I assume everyone's going down to the river, maybe to try and drink, but yeah. All right, so we are going to assign somebody to the well, though. They're going to be a water fetcher, so they'll get us some water here and there. We'll try to build a small little thing. I would like to build a big city square with, like, a large well, though, so I'm going to not do that. And if you can see here on the pasture, we don't have any animals available. So I'm going to take the workers out for now because we don't need anyone working there if we don't have animals, right? We also finished our clinic. That's pretty cool. So, but we don't need anyone working there if we don't have animals yet. So there's really no point in it until we get that. Now, occasionally you can have people, or I'm so sorry, the quest. You'll have the quests like that where they come and, you know, like you can take the animals in or whatever, or like whatever. But with the hunters as well, I think the hunters, where does it say it at? A forester's hut. Oh no, that's a hunter's hut. It says hunt them for meat. I've seen previously, though, that sometimes they might capture animals. Maybe that comes with the quest, like you have to have a hunter to have the quest where the animals come and you can capture them or something like that. But you can do that, and then you can kind of domesticate them and raise them, which is really interesting. We do have our injured person here, thankfully in the clinic getting treated. We still only have 26 people. I'm noticing that we don't have a town administrator. We have to reach population of 50. So, accept immigrants, so tenure. I'm not too sure. We have 0 right now. I don't know if that comes that often. Maybe after we grow bigger and bigger, we kind of get that. But as of right now, we don't have anyone. But that is going to help us raise our population by quite a bit. We should probably try and do some additional harvest of broccoli, I guess, because our food is kind of, it's in the red, even though there's not a lot of, or there's actually quite a bit of food. So let's go ahead and do a small field here where we'll also do some more broccoli. We'll do it around the church. I feel like the church would kind of, you know, it's like the church and the town hall. They're kind of like the two places, you know, that would probably own the city, especially in this day and age. So I feel like the church probably has a lot to do with the food. Can we bring this way? It's too small. That's okay. We'll put something over here at some point, some decoration or something. But yeah, we'll go ahead and produce some more broccoli here and here. Some citizens are thirsty. Okay, so we did build a well, but I guess this small well is not good enough for that. Do we want to build a big well and kind of do a town center? I don't know. Seems like we would have a small well out here as well, probably for like crops. So we'll build another one out this way. Just kind of to help with the aesthetic and also make sure none of us die of thirst. So we have 2 small wells. Maybe we do another somewhere just for fetching so we don't die. Seems like you probably have one in a small neighborhood like this as well. Look at this guy. He's very thirsty. Well, my friend, I'm going to say that it's probably frozen at this point. I don't think you'd be able to. You'd probably be better off drinking out of the river, assuming the river's not salt water, which it's a river. I wouldn't think it would be, but what do I know? I'm nothing but a fool. Yeah, everyone's quite thirsty, so if you guys could finish building this one, though, that would be cool. Come on, what are you doing? Go finish it. Somebody finish the well, for God's sake. You're going to die of thirst if you don't. There we go. Look at you. Thank you so much for that. There we go. And we'll get some more water out of that. And then this one is also completed, so we'll do that as well. We'll put some people on water fetching so we all can get some more water. Are you dying of thirst? Fetching water. Oh no, you're fetching water. I thought you were dying. I thought you were dying out there. Alright though, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call this episode 1 of Settlement Survival. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is a fun little city building medieval game. Like I said, if you guys want to check this out on Steam, I just seen it on there and I was like, this might be a cool little game for the channel. It's pretty cheap, 15 buckaroonies. It's not too bad for something like this. It's you know, I mean, it makes for a quaint little evening too. Like, this is the kind of game that, like, you know, I normally don't play games in my spare time. I'll be honest with you. Like, I do like right now because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put this on my YouTube channel. But any other time, it's not that big of a thing for me. But this is the kind of game that I would probably play on like a good winter like day. Like you're snowed inside, can't go to work or like school or something. This is a fun little game for something like that. It's a good little colony simulator, colony builder kind of thing. So yeah, it's I like it a lot. It's very enjoyable. It's a neat little, it's got some neat little textures too. It's kind of cartoony and, you know, polygony something along those lines. But yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, appreciate you so very much, and I hope you have enjoyed this episode. We will try to continue making some more of these and getting those uploaded for you guys, but I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.